Hey everyone, welcome back to Star Atlas Dowcast, the #1 podcast for news, updates, events, and all things Star Atlas. I'm Dowcaster, your host, and today's topic in Star Atlas 101 is station modular construction, which may sound like a boring mouthful, but it's one of the most important aspects to understand in this game. If you're new to Star Atlas Dowcast, and especially if you're new to the game Star Atlas, this 101 series will introduce you to the game and give you a pretty good understanding of why it was built, how it functions, and how you can get started with some sizable knowledge compared to other new players. Now, this is episode 6 of Star Atlas 101, so if you want to start from the beginning, we highly recommend it if you want a full overview of the game. And just a quick disclaimer, much of what you hear in these episodes is both paraphrased and quoted directly from the Star Atlas white paper, which can be found in the show notes. Now, this will eventually turn into a weekly and maybe daily Star Atlas podcast that will feature guilds, give you news from around the Star Atlas metaverse, and keep you in the know with all things Star Atlas. Okay, let's dive in. Today's topic, station modular construction. Now, this is a shorter episode, but it's vital information on how you're going to expand, stake your claims, and protect what you have. Some of the basic structures available in this game so far are claim stakes, space stations, mining drills, and power plants. Claim stakes will be needed to stake your claim on a parcel of land on a planet. Now, this basically means you are claiming it as your own. Now, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'm an investing man, of course, come on. I'd say that you'll want to stake claims on planets that you have scanned to be rich in certain elements that can be mined and sold on the market. Now, these are sold in tiers from 1 to 5. And the tier of the stake determines how wide and deep a developer can excavate the staked claim below. The stake also doubles as a radar to scan for oncoming threats. Once you stake your claim, you'll then, of course, want to consider placing a mining drill. Now, constructing a mining drill powered by a power plant will begin the automatic process of extracting materials from the claim below. Then, auto-sleds load the materials and are ready to transport them to the nearest chosen space station. Great, so we've covered claim stakes, mining drills, power plants, which will power mining drills, and now space stations. Space stations have the same power and shielding needs, but with major enhancements in the forms of decks. Now, space stations, which are in space, of course, not on the planet, have the same power and shielding needs as the mining drill, but with major enhancements in the form of decks. Now, each deck enhances the functionality of the space station and unlocks certain features that players engage with at that station. So you can think of a deck as an upgrade that enables you to do more. Here are some examples. The decks right now include a commerce deck, which will be required to connect to the universal marketplace to sell and store low-tier ore and items. A shipyard deck, which is for ship manufacturing, repairs, refueling, configuration, and docking. Refinery deck, for refining raw ore into higher tiers. A hangar, for long-term storage of ships. A retail deck, for crafting and selling components and advanced materials. A university deck, for training and recruiting crew. A cargo deck, for storing materials and components requiring physical intergalactic shipping. And a defensive deck, for building turrets to defend the space station and its inhabitants. Off the top of my head, without brainstorming on strategy, I'm going to guess that commerce and defensive are going to be some of the most important ones so that you can trade what you mine, start making money, and defend what you're building. Now, this is the coolest sentence in the entire white paper, though. So check this out. If stars are owned to the point of building a Dyson sphere, then the owner can build a jump point. Now, I'm gonna pause. A Dyson sphere is a really cool theoretical structure, which actually was really cool. Now, astronomers used to look at the sky and they noticed that some of the objects, some of the stars, would blink at them and not in a way that made any sort of sense. So it wasn't rhythmic, it wasn't repeatable. And so one of the theories that they came up with was that there was an extraterrestrial structure called a Dyson sphere that was made of multiple halos or rings around the star that would like turn and rotate around the star. And on the inside of these rings were solar panels, and they would collect energy and basically be all the sustainable energy for the entire solar system, all coming from this Dyson sphere. And it sounds like this is buildable in the game, which is just so freaking cool. So get rid of your power plants and get rid of anything. You can have fully sustainable energy. and then you can power a jump point. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Sorry. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can do so at anchor.fm/StarAtlasDAOcast/support, or you can find the link in the description. And this will give you early access to be the first to know when our fundraising NFT release drops, as well as our free merch. And if you'd like to sponsor or be featured on the show, you can email me at sponsor@staratlasdaocast.com. And if you can't support monetarily, then please consider leaving a review on your podcasting app so more people can learn to play this incredible game. Thank you for listening, and never stop exploring.